Devotees, I knew you. I'm glad you came. Thank you all, the ones that did. Thank you so much for all your support. And I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart how much it meant to me, y'all expressing and commenting, letting me know that, all my work is not in vain. Because I'll get to the shout outs first and then I'll come back to this topic. But who I'd like to mention right now is Maria Perez. Y'all may have seen her in the comments before under the handle of Baby Girl, and then Maria. She's also gone under a couple other names. It's a whole thing, different accounts, passwords, technicalities, technical difficulties, She flat out told me that my Leowolf show, and especially my motivational channel, which if you're familiar with that by now, which I hope you are, if not, go check it out, please. It will talk to you. It will talk to you. She flat out pointed out how she let me know that even though I, may not really think too highly of myself, that she let me know that my videos actually touched her, actually reached her, because they actually help her get through the hard times that she's going through, because she's got a lot of personal stuff going on, and she watches my show. She watches the spoofs, she watches the music videos, and not only that, she watches the Leowolf show. And she's let me know that she enjoys the Leowolf show, especially because it's not just about preaching to people and just trying to be your token motivational speaker, if you will. It's basically, I'm also speaking from experience. I'm more so talking to you from my experience, not just a random, believe in yourself. Don't think negative thoughts, that sort of thing. They're bad for you, don't think them. It's more than just telling people not to do certain actions. It's more than telling people not to act, not to react in certain ways. It's telling them first what's happened with me, and then basically how I have learned from it. And through my own lessons that I do myself, maybe I could actually help somebody in the future. And she said it's actually helped her get through a lot of her personal issues. And she's even made a request for me to talk about family. Not just, typical, family bond and everything, because that's definitely what I would like to talk about. But she wants to talk about, what do you do? Like, how do you maintain the confidence, the courage, the encouragement, how can you be strong and fight on, whenever your family is your X factor, for lack of a better phrase. So I'm like, that's kind of tough. because by the grace of God, I don't have to deal with that, but I've definitely went through it through the outlet. Vicariously, I've lived through that through my cousins, and I've lived through that with friends that I've went to school with and things like that. Naturally, that does not even remotely compare to actually personally going through it, but just watching them go through it, I was able to see what they went through, and it made me appreciate what I had a lot more. Now, I will do my best to talk on that because she requested it, and I just hope that whatever I can bring to the table as far as that topic is concerned, I hope that maybe I can help her in, on her darkest day dealing with her family. So Maria, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you for your endless support. Thank you for always having a kind word. You've been very sweet, very kind to me, and like I've tried to do the same for you. I hope I've helped you, which of according to what you sent me, you said that I've really helped you, not just through videos, but also through just voice recordings on Facebook. I'd send you a prayer, I'd pray for you, I'd talk to you. So I'm glad that some of those things have helped you. I'm glad that that has helped you a bit, because that's all I want to do, is I want to help. So thank you once again from the bottom of my heart. And you're definitely like the main one that helped me keep going. So I do appreciate that. And always remember that, you know I'm saying this and it's starting to become a slogan, and I hope it doesn't lose, value over time. But, I'm like, Leowolf believes in you. Leowolf loves you. And he definitely values and appreciates you as a fan. Not just Maria, naturally. Also my devotees, period. All of my actual devotees, the ones that support the channel, the ones that actually, comment, like, share. Also the ones that give me verbal feedback, but, that won't comment. Even those that won't comment, I still appreciate you too. I want you to know I value you. I value everyone, but naturally there's a big place in my heart for my devotees. And, well, just because devotees I consider my friends. I know that's corny, but what are you gonna do? Because we are friends, as far as I know. I know it's kind of a little kind of moment, but yes. The next person I'd like to point out is, I would like to talk about, this is kind of collectively. I'm just going to kind of, well, first I want to naturally point out my number one fan. My number one is Michael Fireheart, and I know that doesn't mean that he's better than anybody or nothing like that. That's not what he means, and that's not what I mean. He's just number one because he was the first one to really start leaving a whole bunch of comments, very descriptive. He's very analytic at the same time. He's very constructive, and like I said, like his comment he left, a couple years ago, well, let's just say several, because it's been about several years ago, on my Jeepers Creepers spoof, whichever one it was. I think it was either 1 and 2 spoof, but I digress. He actually said that he would comment. He said that he'd watch it, like, because I went to another channel that was talking about Jeepers Creepers. I left a comment saying, hey, I'm making a spoof, y'all should come check it out. He was one of the people who left the comment saying, hey, it's like, when's it coming out? I'm like, well, it's coming out this Tuesday. It's coming out, like this weekend. Oh, sweet. Okay, I'll be there. I'm like, I didn't think nothing of it, because I'm like, yeah, whatever. He'll probably forget. No, he did not. He came in, and I probably told the story before, but just please humor me. I'm going somewhere with this. I think. Anyway, but yes, I am going somewhere with this. He actually left a couple of paragraphs of comments, and naturally, I'm like, I was at work, and I'm like, I saw the notifications going off. So and so has commented. So and so has commented, and I'm like, oh, it's probably on a video I commented on. And then it says on your Jeepers Creepers video. I'm like, oh, it's probably that channel. And then I said Jeepers Creepers spoof, and I'm like, wait, what? I look, and it couldn't keep up. YouTube couldn't keep up with the notifications because he was commenting so fast. It gave me 2 notifications, but he left me, like, I think 6 comments. So, and they were very descriptive. He actually mapped out the joke that he really liked of it. He actually mapped it out. He actually described it, spelled it all out, because he liked it so much. And I'm like, well, hot dog, my God, is awesome. And to quote him, he said that he's come here for the Jeepers Creepers spoof, and he's never looked back. He said he's enjoyed the channel. He's actually one of my Patreons on my Patreon page. So he's definitely my number one. He was first, he was first to really give me my first actual, good comments, like a bunch of them. He was the first to really show his support and devotion to the channel. And he has not left. Unlike all the other ones. I'm like, there's been a couple of them that I thought were like, my number ones, because I valued them commenting, because I don't get very many comments. That's what I said in my post. I don't really get comments, which was kind of disillusioning. I'll get on that later. But yes, Michael has been supportive. I can always go on Instagram and I could message him. Just if I'm just bored and I just want to shoot him a message or recording, I don't even have to worry about him getting back to me right ASAP, because I know like he'll eventually check his Instagram and he'll respond, and I'm like, oh cool, Michael answered, cool, that's good, I'm glad he's doing well. And as of this recording, he and his family, there was a wildfire or whatever. Don't worry, they're all safe. Let me get that out the way. There was a wildfire. It was a bit of a scare, because I call him up, because I'm wanting to vent to him. I'm wanting to talk to him about some personal things going on, which I'm very happy I can do that, because I don't have too many friends I could do that with. I do have friends I could do that with, but not too many. 5. Yeah, that's about right. The other 4 I'll talk to in just a second. I'll talk about in just a second. But Michael, like he said, he was all right, but he said he was dealing with that. But like I said, I was venting. I'm like, man, all this stuff going on. And then he tells me what's going on with him. I'm like, you know what? Ignore my stuff. How are you, man? I'm like, I'm having a rough day, man. And he's over here. Oh, we just avoided a fire. It's like, yeah, but we're okay. I'm like, you know what? Forget what I said, man. How are you? Are you okay? I'm like, oh my gosh. I felt so horrible. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because I always ask him how he's doing. I always ask him. I'm like, hey, I message him. I'm like, hey man, how you doing? Just want to check in with you. Yada yada, that typical stuff. And whenever he responded while I was sending this other ranting message about personal stuff that I was going through, nothing with him, just stuff of shooting the breeze with him pretty much. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing all right. We had a wildfire break out. We had to like clear out of our house and stuff. They've done taking care of it. The fire's been taken care of. It's completely gone. So that they're fine now. As of this recording, they are fine. So I'm very thankful of that. I'm like, I'm happy that he's all right. I do believe he said he had to have 2 wisdom teeth pulled, which I'm like, that's gonna blow. So but outside of that, I hope that's the worst of his week. I hope that's the only thing that's bad going on with him this week, and I hope that he has a blessed week and a blessed future. Blessed week after that. I'm stumbling here. Almost blacked my eye with my own bracelet. Anyway, just anyway, thank you, Michael, so much. Thank you for your endless support. Thank you for always being there for me to have somebody to talk to. And just like Maria, she's the same. Everybody that I'm going to mention, I could always go and reach out and talk to them. But you know how it is. Sometimes, you could just talk to some people about certain things, and some people you're more comfortable talking about other things and stuff like that. Some people are appropriate to talk to about certain things, and some people are not. It's like you could be very close to 5 people, but not all 5 people you're going to want to talk to about every little thing. There's going to be some things you're like, I don't know if I can talk to you about this, but I can talk to you about other things. That sort of thing. No big deal. But yes, next is Cody and James. I'm gonna kind of throw their shout outs together, mainly because it's whenever I reached out and I was depressed and stuff. In their defense, I've been here several times where I've been depressed and wanting to give up. I'm like, and it became so much of a pattern. They just kind of got used to it. They're just like, I'm here for you, man, but you just need to take a break. You just need to take a break. And that was the extent of it. But they could have told me, whatever, F you or something like that, but they didn't. So I'd like to acknowledge them right now and say thank y'all for y'all's support. Thank y'all for being there for me, somebody to talk to. And I'm hoping, because James has got his own personal stuff going on, and so does Cody. So I can't always expect them to always just be able to pick up the phone. Always, like I said, there's certain people that you could talk to. That's a given. But also I wanted to point out my best friends for the past decade, I've known them for over a decade, and they're closer than brothers to me. They are Jackson and Jacob. Y'all, if y'all watched the video if y'all have watched the video of the character bios, then you know there's your introduction to them. Jackson has showed up on here a couple of times in some Halloween videos here or there. Jacob has shown up on his little spin-off channel, which is still ongoing. It's just, you know, y'all gotta humor it. You know, I mean, I don't see anybody really clamoring to watch it, you know, but at the same time, I'm still gonna push him to, you know, stay creative and everything, because he likes to be creative. He likes to make props and everything. So Crimson Creations is still a thing. I also want to talk about Jackson and Jacob, and if you don't know who they are, then go check out this video over here, talking about the character bios. That will kind of give you a little quick summary of who they are. They are closer than brothers to me, and they're no blood relation, but you know, so, but they are people who I can trust with my life. I can definitely rely on them, you know, when the chips are down and everything. They've always been supportive. I know I can always count on them through thick and thin, through no matter what. Even if they get annoyed with me, you know, they take some time off, you know, they basically go do their thing, then they always come back, no matter what. You know, even if I said like the worst thing to them, or, you know, they said the worst thing to me, you know, we always end up going back to each other. We remain friends. We have that mutual understanding. We don't always, you know, have the same things in common. We don't always see eye to eye on some things, but it doesn't matter. That's how you know we're brothers, because despite those things, we're still best friends. So I want to take time to acknowledge them. Naturally, I want to acknowledge my family for being supportive, and just all in all, I'm still gonna keep Leowolf TV up, because it's like I was always saying to myself, because this is what I was talking about. This is what I wanted to kind of address here. Again, I'm stopping. Charlita is another one. Y'all have probably seen her in the live chats. I've also did the owl painting was for I believe her mother. I did that for her, and so she's been in the chat, and she's always been very, very supportive. She watches my videos, gives me ideas on stuff, you know, here and there, you know, so I'd like to take a moment and say thank you to her too. But going back to what I was saying about the show and everything, it's, for years I would have to tell myself that even though nobody's watching right now, nobody's commenting right now, film it and act it like you have a mass audience. And that's what I'd like to tell all of you too. If you're making new videos but you don't see anybody watching them, you know, keep making them. Keep pumping them out. Because I've had the really dumb comments from people where they're like, man, I haven't watched your show because you just got so much stuff. Was I not supposed to? Well, I thought it was just one video, but I didn't know you had a whole channel. I told you that, though. Well, yeah, but I didn't think it was really... It's okay. You are forgiven. Will you go watch it? No, man, it's not really my thing. It's only aggravating because you told them, you said, hey, I got a show to go watch, and they tried to go watch it. They said that they saw it was a bunch of videos, and you've waited to hear what that person says. Like, it could be like a coworker or something, just humor me here. And then, like, you're sitting there hoping that they watch it, and then they tell you, they make you wait forever, and then they finally go, it's not what I really want to watch. I'm not really into that. I don't really watch YouTube that much. I don't really get on social media that much. And you're just over here. Okay. Alright. Fine. I'm cool. Everything's cool. Go about your day. Oh, well, hey, man. And then they'll come at you later on. Hey, man, you still doing your YouTube show? And you just want to look at them. What do you care? But anyway. Okay, but I'm getting sidetracked here. I just didn't have enough comments, and I didn't have enough feedback, and I didn't feel like the Leowolf show was reaching people like I was really hoping it was. The agents, the various agents and agencies that I was trying to reach out to, I was not making any headway with, and it was just emotionally draining. I mean, because on top of all that, you know, you got to think about, well, how does it work? How does that affect my personal life? You know, I mean, like, because it's like, okay, yeah, sure, but you just got to keep going, got to keep fighting, and it's very hard. You know, it's like, because you're telling yourself, I got to be the motivational speaker. I got to be the one that, I got to be the, you know, the white lion. You know, I got to be I gotta be that one that says Leowolf believes in you, you know. But it's like, what about if Leowolf stops believing in himself? You know, it's like, because he's hit that wall so many times. You know, after a while, you know, it's like, why do I even need to get up? I keep trying to run and break down the wall, but I just can't do it. I'm hurting. I'm in pain. I'm sick and tired of getting up just to hit that wall and it not budging. So it's like, I'm just gonna lay here for a while, you know, and you hope that people have been watching, you know, and will either support you or help you break the wall down, you know, and it's like you don't really have that many people that are helping you, but then, like, whenever you do see the ones that are trying to help you, you see how much they're suffering, and that affects you too, because you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to this person? You know, it's like watching them suffer to try to help you, and it's just like, you just want to go, oh my gosh. So it's like, on top of everything, it was just like, you know what, I just want to pull the plug on the whole system, you know, like just end it all. Nobody's watching it, nobody cares, you know. You would like, the only feedback you're getting is people going, that's too much cursing in a spoof. And it's like, I know. Is this all you do, is a clip show? No, it's not all I do, but I guess I can see how you see that. And then whenever I do skits, it's like, that's like really corny, man. That's like really, that's really cringy, and you're like, long story short, only feedback I'm getting is negative. If it isn't negative, it's just criticism, not constructive criticism. And you're tired of it. You know, you just need somebody to be your light in the darkness and tell you that, you know, pardon me, that's my dog in the living room. Hope you can ignore that, just please. But, you know, you want somebody to be your light. Bonnie, shut up! But you want somebody to be your light in the darkness and, you know, help you, guide you back, because you feel yourself slipping back into that darkness, you know, and you just want somebody to come and, you know, guide you back to the light, because maybe you turned your head, and as soon as you tried to turn back, you realize that, you know, you've done a 180, and you think that, oh no, you're lost, so now you're going in the opposite direction, and all you gotta do is completely turn back around, and there's the light. So you just need somebody to help. And that's what I did. I basically it was a cry for help, you know, with the video saying I'm gonna end it in June, not in it, but in the show in June. And I wasn't gonna make no more videos because I didn't know what else to do. I'm like, nothing is working, and I'm praying to God, you know, I'm talking to Him, and I couldn't even fully commit. I couldn't even fully commit to giving up, because there's, in my soul and in my heart, I know that that God's gonna make a way, and I know that because He has so many times before. He has continuously helped me, and He has continuously, you know, got me through the hardest of times. So I can't even fully, you know, give up. I can cry, I can get upset, I could be completely disillusioned, but it doesn't last, which is something that I'm constantly reminded of every time I get upset and depressed. So, but thankfully, through the love of God, through the love of my family, the support of my family, the support of my friends, the support of my devotees, the love and support of all of y'all. Y'all have given me, the encouragement to keep going, to keep making videos, and y'all have even started commenting more. Thank you all so much. And there's one person I forgot to point out, and I'm so sorry. I didn't write a script. I'm doing this all off the cuff, so I do apologize. Dragon Girl 2000, you've definitely been like the last one that has stuck around. Caitlin the White Werewolf is an honorable mention. Thank you too so much for you popping in every once in a while and commenting. Thank you so much. Dragon Girl 2000, I'd just like to say personally, thank you so much for also being one of the ones that is trying to comment more, not just leaving a like. You're not just watching, you're trying to comment as much as you can. I thank you so much, but I want you to know that if you do not comment, I will not hold it against you, and I will not hold it against anybody. If y'all don't comment, right away, don't worry, I'm not going to flip out or nothing. But if you are in the position where you have a medical condition to where you cannot actually, comment on social media, I can't fully explain it, but that's what I was told during this time, was that a couple of them, they were like, well, I can't really get on social media for too long because I just can't handle it. I can't mentally handle it. I have a condition, and I'm like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm like, no. As you were, I'm like, you're completely exempt. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm like, I know you love the channel, and you say you support it. Thank you so much. I'm like, you don't worry about anything. You rest easy. It's all right. It's all good. So those people that have those conditions in that way, don't be disheartened if you can't comment. If you can comment and you feel like you can't comment a whole bunch of words, if you'd like to still try to comment, if you can comment a thumbs up, or I'd prefer a heart emoji, because a thumbs up kind of looks a little sarcastic, after a while. When you post something and someone just goes, they give you a thumbs up, it doesn't look like great job. It looks more like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like whenever somebody hits the like button on Facebook, it's kind of like, it's not really I like that. It's more like I acknowledge you made something. It's like, because people do it so often, but I digress. If you could just maybe like put a heart emoji or a smiley face, that would tell me all I need to know. That would be some kind of comment. That's great. You don't have to overstress yourself, because I know some of y'all really want to comment and y'all maybe can't. So don't worry about it if you can't. It's totally fine. So with that being said, I would just like to let you all know that even though I'm short, I'm glad I reached you. And I'm glad you reached out. Thank you all so much. Please continue to send the support. Please continue, to leave comments, leave likes. Thank you all so much for everything that you've done. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And from the bottom of my heart, I love y'all. May God bless, and please be safe and be strong and fight on. And I'll see you all next time on Leowolf TV.